Hey, how y'all doing today? Good morning. It's Nathaniel Evans. Before I actually start this presentation, I just want all of us to actually take a moment, and get into ourselves for a moment, do a brief 1 minute meditation. And I'll actually guide, this session. So here we go. Close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. You want to breathe in your present moment, and you want to breathe out your past. You want to breathe in your present moment. You want to breathe out your past. Breathe in your present moment. Breathe out your past. What happened yesterday remains there. What happens now enriches you. Breathe out your breathe in your present moment. Breathe out your past. Breathe in your present moment. Breathe out your past. Stay in tune with you today. Let nothing get in your way. Stay in tune with you today. Let nothing get in your way. It may seem overwhelming to the point that it decreases you, but you have the power to increase your moments. Breathe in your present moment. Breathe out the past. Breathe in your present moment. Hold it. Breathe out your past. Breathe in your present moment. Now breathe out your past. Happy to join me in this brief session of meditation. Take a minute a day to do this, to release yourself from things that overwhelm you, things that claim you. You are no one's possession. You are not possessed by anything. You are free as a bird. You are the light of your own light. There's nothing to get in your way, not even you. There's nothing to get in your way, not even you. Let's say this. There's nothing to get in my way, not even me. There's nothing to get in my way, not even me. Release. Release. Know that you're full of purpose, full of truth, full of knowledge, full of wisdom. Know that you're full of life. Know that you are the truth. And know that you can make all things happen through you. Let's come back into the session. Breathe in your present moment. Breathe out the past. So again, good morning, y'all. It's Society morning. And I actually wanted to just share briefly with y'all a topic that actually ran across me a couple of days ago. Um, and I think it's a purpose for things that happen in our lives and for us to experience certain things. And also, for having conversations with other people and being aware of actually what's going on with you in the present moment. I had a conversation with someone the other day, and they said that they're still thinking about what happened to them 30 years ago. And that kind of hit me kind of hard. 30 years ago, I was in a place that I didn't want to be in. And I was able to release myself from that place or that notion of that life that I had to create a new life for myself. So for people to, lock themselves into a space that is no longer there, that is no longer being occupied other than of the mind, the heart, and the soul, you have to go revisit those places that you already left. Someone says to you, where do you live? You know, what's the first thing that comes to mind when someone says to you, where you live? You would say probably, I live on this block in this apartment. I got this house. I live in my trailer, right? You forget that you don't live in any of those places. Even though you're there and you occupy those places, you really don't live in any of those places that relate to, that you make a part of your essence, that you make a part of your life. You don't live in any of those places. If someone asks you actually where you live at, you say, I live in me, in my body, in my soul. This is where I live at. I don't live in a penthouse, a mansion, right? I don't live, in this extravagant place, this hotel. I live actually within me. So when someone's mentioning to you or asks you a keynote question, that's a spiritual question. It's not a physical question. Even if you go in front of the judge and this is a real serious thing, and the judge said, where you reside, you say, I reside within me. And wherever I go, I actually take me with me. Like, that's actually where you live at. You live within yourself, within your space, a space that no one can actually get to unless you allow them to get there. No one can harm your inner space, allow you unless you open it up for actually to be harmed. And so you have to know where it is that you reside in full strength and in full purpose in order for you to move in the ways that you used to move. I learned a practice actually through fasting that it creates a space for you. You don't even know it, but it actually creates this unknown space that only you occupy. And it moves things actually away from you in order for you to continue and to increase within your space. So people say when you get to that space that you're detached, you're not paying attention to them anymore. You're being selfish about who you are. You're not sharing who you are. But actually, when you're in that space, you're actually sharing exactly who you are. You're actually letting them know that this is me. This is the purpose of me. And I seek to grow and increase inside this space. So the concept of this video today is actually don't look back. Don't look back where? Anywhere. It doesn't matter where it's at, right? If it's a space that you are no longer able to occupy on a physical level, but only take yourself there on a spiritual level, on a mental level, leave that space. Let that space go. Let that time, that period, that hurt, that harm, that change, that fault, that mistake, that lack of insight, all those things that you hold on to, you need to let all those things go. They actually serve their purpose at the time that they were serving their purpose. And that means at the time that you was there, at the time you was occupying that space or going through that situation, it served its purpose. There's no other purpose for it. If you're actually a presenter or a motivational speaker or a change agent or activist in the land or a leader, right? Then you can use those spaces, synopsis of those spaces, to create new spaces in the lives of other people. But for you to visit those spaces and lock yourself into those spaces, especially those spaces, the spaces of harm, right? Even spaces of euphoria, right? You make yourself think or believe that the current space that you're in now doesn't really exist. Back then, that's what exists. That what mattered. If I only went to the left, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to the right, right? My life would have been better. It'd have been different. If I only would have said this word at the job interview, I would have got the job interview, right? If I only would have said the words I had to say, you know what I'm saying, to someone I just met, they'd have gave me a grandiose opportunity, and I would not be in the place that I'm in now. So as you're moving through your life and you're denouncing the life that you currently have, you remove yourself from the spaces of the life that you actually created for yourself and for you to actually move forward and benefit from yourself here and now. Move out of spaces that do not belong to you anymore. They serve their purpose. They've given you intellect, knowledge, wisdom. Some of these spaces have given you charity of the heart, morals, values, sound, and positive belief systems, right? Hold on to the lessons that came from those spaces, but not from the space that was there. Again, if someone to ask you, where do you live? You would say, I live within me. Wherever I go, I take me with me. I don't live in this house. I don't live in this mansion, this penthouse, this condo, this car, right? No matter where it is that I find myself to be, I am there. There's nothing else. I'm right there in that space, waiting, I'm saying, to evolve in that space, to get to a higher, I'm saying, projection for my life. I want to value my life in a way where it will move me and it will increase me. So again, don't look back. You're not going that direction. It really has nothing to do with you. Seeds was planted in that space for a particular reason to get you where you're at right now. You may be in a space where you feel you're uncomfortable, that's unknown to you, that you've always had this, or you always had to have conversations with people every day about the loss of things, how they lost this, how they lost that. They might have lost a purpose, might have lost a goal, might have lost a vision, might even lost a business or even a loved one, right? But all these things, I'm saying, are attributed to you to increase you and to move you into a whole nother light. If only you allow yourself not to look back and to stay in your present state. Even going deeply, deeply into the future will actually rob you of your present moments. So the moments that you're in now, I'm sitting here, I'm eating this nice chicken, I'm saying, dinner, right? And as I'm eating and I'm biting into my chicken, I'm thinking about steak, right? I done lost, I'm saying, the nutriments, the blessings that I'm actually receiving from this chicken right now because I don't appreciate it. I appreciate an unknown state, I'm saying, and what that steak would taste like. So I'm not enjoying my present moment at this present time. Yeah, I use the chicken and the steak just as a basic analogy, and that goes with anything. It doesn't matter, right? It's actually semantics. What it actually is saying to you is this: what you're eating at this moment is really, really important for you to eat, right? It might be a lesson, it might be a value, it might be a purpose, but it's for you to eat. This is why it's in front of you. This is why you're devouring it right now. But if you're not taking a lesson of what that's bringing to you, and you're overlooking a lesson because you need to go to another space and you need to be somewhere else, or you need to escape, right? Even if you do escape, you escape without the lesson. You escape without the knowledge and the purpose that that space has presented to you so you can move in your own space. Look at it. Appreciate where you're at, the moments and times that's being brought to you, and how you seek to evolve and grow within yourself. Wherever you go, you take yourself with you. You don't reside anywhere. You're not possessed by anything. You're not owned by anything, by anyone. Nothing could capture you, right? Even if there was a place you in places that you don't want to be, it is you that lock yourself into those spaces. But at the end of the day, you're here, your life. I went, it's funny because I actually took my daughter, to get some sneakers. And, the sneakers was fly. I was like, wow, these sneakers is fly, man, little kid sneakers or whatever. And I was like, man, I wish I was a kid again. I could have bought those type of sneakers, because they didn't have these type of sneakers when I was growing up. And after a moment, my daughter, she contemplated, she paused, and she looked at me and said, "Your dad." I said, "Yeah, what's up?" She said, "I don't wish you was a kid again." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, because if I was a kid again, you wouldn't be here." And she said, "Exactly. If you was a kid again, where would that leave me? How would I be here in this moment right here with you right now, actually getting these pair of sneakers if you was a kid again?" And it hit me like, yes, don't look back. Even with a simple thing like that, what I'm saying? You have to appreciate the moment that you have. I have a daughter, 11-year-old daughter that I love, that I appreciate, that I'm happy that she's here. So for me to look back and say, I wish, even if it's a fantasy, even if it's some type of bizarre vision, it still strips away the present moment at that particular time that I was in a space with my daughter. Cherishing who you are in this moment, right here, right now, is your greatest attribute. There is nothing else. Look into be somewhere that you was once before, or to journey somewhere that you have never been, right? Strips you of your present moment, strips you of your here and now, and it denies you the full nutriments, the full essence of your power. So looking back, at the end of the day, is not always your friend. And this is something that you actually have to see for you to understand it. So once again, be in your moment. Be present in your moment. Fulfill the things that you want to do. Study what you want to study. Write your books. Become a new you. Create the value systems that you learn throughout your life that maybe you not applying or not applying the right way, right? And stay with you at all times so you can build yourself within a space that has been provided to you. All of us have a body that they call bodies, but this is our space. This body houses our space, our true essence, our true space, only to be released in the world once we tap into it and once we say that our space is a value system, is important, right? It has a sound purpose, which is us, right? And we can use that space, I'm saying, to magnify ourselves above things that have nothing to do with us, or situations that took place in our lives that really we have no power over anymore, right? And this is important, that you don't want to think back and say, I wish that this was this, or I wish that that was that. You might not be in this space right here of those things and not go the way that they have gone. So this is from our future leaders out here, the change agents, those that seek to save lives, those that seek to save their own lives in a time that's very invaluable. People focus on money, things. We got a huge virus, that's going through the land, that's eradicating households, eradicating incomes, eradicating values and dreams, I'm saying, and goals. Stop it. Stop it in its tracks. Because you are extremely important in the space that you have. So let's look at this. It's Nathaniel Evers again. Happy to spend this time with you. Anybody have any questions or actually want to reach out to me, I'm here. I'm open for you, right? Don't look back. Be in your purpose. Be in your moment, I'm saying, and enjoy the presence of life that you have right now. Not then, now. Not there, but here. This is the moment. This is the time, I'm saying. Wake up, study, write your books, do your purpose, and live. Peace. Blessings to everybody.